Thanks for joining, David, Reuben. We're here to have a chat briefly about why senior pharma marketeers might be interested in the CIM Marketing Leaders Programme course that runs over 3 days in October. And I just wanted to have a brief conversation with you, literally, about why, what are the benefits. So I don't know who wants to kick me off, but maybe I'll kick it off with a quote that I think summarises the importance of the volatile times we're in. And it's the Mike Tyson quote, famously saying, "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face."
Yeah, very true. So, Reuben, shall I try and respond to
do you want to suggest what these marketing leaders do when punched in the face, David? I'm interested.
Good way of putting it. But seriously, I think that's something. The sentiment behind that we all get, right, and I think probably lots of us have been on leadership courses, and you've all seen a thing where you get presented with a kind of playbook. This is how you must do leadership. And I think reality is, when we get back into the real world, it's not like that. External stuff happens, unexpected stuff happens, and what we're seeing, I think, this is the critical point as to why now we're seeing increased frequency and increased volatility around unexpected events across on a macro scale, right down to organisation, consumer expectation, impatience of people around decision making for leaders. All these factors, we needed kind of a different approach. So what we're aiming to do with this program is give people an opportunity to kind of reset, work out who they are, in a sense. I mean, that might sound obvious. We all know who we are. Can we articulate that? We've got a clear narrative. But really equip them with some tools and tactics to be able to have the confidence to deal with the unexpected.
And I think that piece about being able to deal with the unexpected, because that piece about volatility, it's really easy to kind of chase this and then something happens and chase that. It ends up being very reactive. And I think the aim of this course across all of the 3 days is to give everyone on it a really good sense of themselves and what they bring to it, but also a really good sense of some of the key key. What's the word I'm looking for? This was bad. I started out very well.
Tools.
But it's the tools, but also the key kind of waypoints almost from a leadership perspective. So you have a few guidelines, you have a few anchors, but you're not always reacting. It starts to that your strategic leadership starts to be much more proactive, because you're starting from a really solid base that allows you to make better decisions and be a better leader and frankly do better marketing.
And I think that just building on that, I mean, I think it is very much there for that. If you get some of the stuff about getting yourself and your team and your organisation and the culture and the stakeholders and everything, get as much of that done in advance. So when the unexpected, the Mike Tyson punch in the face happens, you know who you are, you know what you stand for, what you won't stand for. Other people in your team will have a sense of that as well. And that's key. And I think this is where the strategic piece comes in. You know what the long-term goal is for your organisation, and you're clear on the why are we going there? What's the purpose here? Which it's a very topical theme, isn't it, in leadership? It is important to kind of why are we doing this, and what are the objectives of it? So with that kind of clarity, it equips you better and potentially gives people a lot more confidence to be able to deal with these kind of unexpected.
And what's interesting, I'd add to that. What's interesting is, it's for me anyway, I think a lot of what we'll talk about over the 3 days is not just about kind of what's the organisation's mission objective here, but it's actually about you. What are you? Not just what your organisation stands for, not what just your marketing stands for, but actually what do you stand for? Because again, there are layers to this, and I think our aim is to give you the opportunity to kind of explore each of those layers, rather than just the kind of, in a way, the functional marketing piece. It's a much broader piece than that, and I think that's what makes this a particularly interesting kind of 3-day journey, for want of a better word.
And I think I think particularly, sorry, Simon, I was going to say that. I think particularly to that functional point, a lot of people feel you get to a certain level in an organisation that you're essentially coming from a functional specialism, and you're there to answer functional specific questions, as opposed to asking bigger, open, strategic questions. And that's the confidence step up, which this programme aims to kind of facilitate.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What gives me the right to be in that room?
Yeah,
with those people? Well, actually, for all sorts of reasons, I have every right to be in the room with all of those people. And actually, I bring something that is lacking. I bring a different perspective. All of that good stuff. That I think is that is what we'll be looking at across the courses.
So it's a boost of confidence for marketers, basically. This can get you a seat at the table.
Fantastic. Where do I sign? Reuben, David, thank you very much. Really look forward to the course, and we'll chat again very soon. Thank you.
Pleasure. Looking forward to it.
Cheers.